Mr. Herrera, you're charged with criminal trespass. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. I understand that, but he's on the outskirts. He's on the sidewalk.
He was walking on a walkway with other students.
Walkway of this.
You know, just walking.
On February 6th of 2025, the officer was notified by a witness that a former student, the defendant, was inside Spring High School. The defendant was unenrolled from the school by the associate principal. Spring ISD school records show the defendant is no longer an active student, and the school officer and associate principal advised the defendant to leave. The officer observed the defendant walking on the walkway with other students. The officer was in full uniform and gave the defendant a verbal command to stop. The defendant disregarded these verbal commands and began walking in the opposite direction. The officer verbally commanded the defendant to stop, and the defendant broke loose and used evasive foot maneuvers to gain distance from the officer in the direction of an open parking lot. The defendant was detained 300 yards from the initial interaction.
Was he in the outside or was he?
He was on the outside walking towards a parking lot and walking with a group of students when the officer interacted with him.
He's outside. Was he any
Still
point?
on the property owner of Spring High School, and they told him not to return to that high school.
I understand that, but he's on the outskirts. He's on the sidewalk.
He was walking on a walkway with other students.
Walkway of the school,
It was
near the parking lot of the school, which is owned by the school.
Yes, Judge, it was the walkway with other students, and that's when the officer saw him and tried to make contact with him.
You know, just walking. Let's do this, Mr. Herrera. I'm going to appoint you a lawyer today so we can get down and dirty with your case a little bit more. Just take a seat for me in the jury box. Let me get you a lawyer, okay?